Hi everyone, I just wanted to share with you my Hannah Carlson collection. I will apologise in advance if you hear either little tappers on the floor, that's my two little doggies, or my daughter on the monitor trying to go to sleep. Anyway, I've got Summer Nights. Done the first belongs to page on this one. Tester page. Actually, the bits on the middle of the flowers here, it's like a fabric liquid, and I got it from it's the paint shop over in here in the UK, and it's quite good actually. It's like it's a 3D sort of effect. I don't know, you'd have to be able to touch it to understand what I mean. This was quite an early one. Neo Colour 2s I think for the background, as well as it was watercolour brushes that I didn't particularly like, and as you can see it has bled through. Oh no, I have done one more in this one, which no, I don't really like that one, so we'll skip past that one. We've got Magical Dawn, one of the first ones again that I got. Once I'd got one of these boots, I literally had to get the whole collection. It's like the Kirby Roseanne boots. As soon as I got one of them, I had to have them all. So I have completed the first belongs to page again. Acrylic background and gel pens, very simple. They were Black Widow pencils, and to be totally honest, I don't really like them. They're forever ever breaking on me. Doesn't matter what sharpener I've used, they're constantly breaking. Even though I have bought the 150 set of Prismacolor pencils, and they do break, but I've found if you get a hot water bottle and place that on top of your broken pencils, let it heat up, remove it, let it cool back down to room temperature, sharpen them, and they're like good as new. Very strange. That was soft pastels in the background and a mess up here. I think yeah, the pages stuck together. Oh, this one I quite like. That has got stickles on the key. I do quite like that one actually. I was quite happy with the blending on that one. And I think I actually used Zest It, which again I'm not particularly fond of because it did actually leak through. It's gone now, to be fair. It has gone. I did actually buy the olderless one, but it still stinks. Oh, then this one. I actually did this one in one night, I think it was. One night, just coloured pencils. It was the Black Widow pencils. This is before I got the Prismas. Watercolour background and Black Widow again. And I think that is everything in this one. No, I've done this one. I actually did this one while I was sat at my daughter's nursery waiting for us to come out. Welcome back everyone. I wanted to do a haul video from the last week of collecting things. I've had my operation done, I've had my nails done. I will apologise for the bruises on my hand from the needles. And the first thing I got is a download from Etsy. I don't actually know how you pronounce this, sacrum. See that? So I downloaded the images and printed them off myself. They are quite nice. I will do a full flip through of this one. So that's that. I got the last one of Hannah Carlson's that I needed. This is the portraits one. The paper in this is absolutely superb. It's artist quality, so I'll be able to use my water paints, acrylics, and not worry. Again, I will do a proper flip through of this one. It's lovely. And that's it now, Hannah Carlson's done. I got another one I can't pronounce the name of. And unfortunately I'm a bit disappointed with this one because I did think the paper was more of an ivory or an off-white. But unfortunately it is just a pure white. But it'll be nice to do over. There's some nice Christmas pictures in this one. I got the 120 set of the Castle Art pencils. I have bought a separate case. Just kept this to show you. It does come, if I can open it, it is quite hard to open. It's just plastic trays, nothing fancy. But they have come, unfortunately, damaged. So the day that I got them, I ordered this pencil case to go with it. Nice quality pencil case. But as you can see, some of the pencils I can't actually sharpen anymore. I've contacted the seller on Amazon and they've kindly sent me another set which is due to come tomorrow. The lay down on them, I mean they're okay, they're not like my Prismas, but the whole reason that I bought another set was because I was sick of the Prismas breaking all the time, and then I ordered these. See, like this one for instance, this one is completely like broke. There's nothing I can do with that one. Like I said, they have sent me another set out, so I'll do a review of them ones when they come in. But that case is lovely as well. Colour chart. This is a nice book. I'm not actually going to put all of my coloured pencils in here because I've already done swatches and it'll take me forever to redo them. But I have started some here. That's with the Castle Art pencils. So as you can see, they do lay down quite nice. But I'm just not happy with that breakage again. Done a couple of skins. So that's meant to be Zombie, that's meant to be Avatar. I think that's all I've done in this one. But that's handy to have that now, so I can practice in that one with all my different pencils and then refer back. These are Gelatos. I'd never used these. The reason that I bought these is mainly for this colour and this colour, to add shading on my coloured pencils, to add shading like as the contours on the face. And yeah, they're really nice, really soft, easy to blend. I will use them in a video. Really nice quality. I'd like to get the full set of them ones. I think they're quite expensive on Amazon at the moment, so I will wait. This one I've had 3 days, I think, and as you can see, I've already started it. I think this is no, I only need one more of Hannah Lynn's. I need the Christmas one, which I will get at Christmas. That's just a marker base. I have finished one properly in here, if I can find it. I didn't put a tab in, I wasn't prepared. I can't find a knife. I'm really happy with it as well. Oh, there she is. So this one, that one I finished. Really beautiful. It's just a little quick video today. I forgot to share these Hannah Lynn pictures that I completed in my completed pages video collection. There's only one other picture that I have done. It's downstairs in my folder. But these ones are my favourite ones. So I'll start off with the little ones. So both of these are a base, you can see me there, hi, of Ohuhu markers. And I want to say it's Black Widows for these ones because I didn't have my Prismas at the time. So I apologise for the glare, but I don't really want to have to take every single picture out. And you get the gist of them. She's turned out particularly nice, this one. So we've got the princess. I really can't stand the background on this one, but you know, I'm not going to redo it all, just for the black bit at the top. So that's Ohuhu markers and Black Widow, I think. The pencils, there's nothing else on there. I'm looking, no. We've got this elf lady, turn you this way. She's Neocolour 2s on the background, and she was definitely Prismacolor because I could tell by the blend there. I don't think there's no stickles or anything. No, there's white Posca pen for the dots. This lovely little pixie. It was again Neoco 2 for the background. It's a bit streaky there, as you can see. And I put stickles on the bird's feathers here and on its face. She turned out really cute. Oh, stretch up to see this. This is my favourite one that I did for her. She really... Hello, good afternoon. I hope you're all doing well. Today I wanted to do the tag, top 10 desert island books. This is just what I think, what I'd like to take to a desert island if I had nothing better to do and all I had to do is colour. So I'm going to start off, with my Hannah Lynn. These are either PDFs, these ones are, I printed on slightly nicer paper, more thicker, or I've actually took them apart from the books and popped them in this folder. You have to forgive me, I can't remember specifically which picture comes from which book. I tried to keep them together as best as I could. So the first one would be, like I said, Hannah's boots. I'll class this as 2 because there is a lot of boots here. I think this is Mermaids or Whimsy Girls, I can't quite remember, but I haven't done loads and loads of these. Yeah, this is definitely the Mermaids one, I think. Yeah, it is. These are freebie PDFs that I just got from the Hannah's website. I'll skip to, that's one that I finished with the Inktense. That was the first night that I got the Inktense and I finished that one. Some of these are on slightly better paper. I bought glossy paper from Tesco, not realising it's not very good for colour pencil, but I'm sure I'll be okay using Inktense on it. So we've got the start of, this is Mythical Maidens. I've done a few with these, but they've been too tight and put elsewhere. So yeah, this is Mythical Maidens. I didn't realise as well that my printer was capable of scanning. So in future I won't even bother buying the PDFs, I'll just buy the actual book version. If I really like a picture, I'll scan it onto better paper. That's a tester page just with markers when I've got the new markers. Same again with this one. I think this is Princesses now. Yeah. I finished one of these only last night as a buddy colour. This is Steampunks. I've got the Colouring Heaven version of this, but the Colouring Heaven came with 15 extra designs and I like the paper quality better than that. But I just love Hannah's work. My husband calls it childish, but he's not the one colouring it, is he? But I love them. This is the one that I've just completed, so I'm glad I've got a second copy. Looking over now, I'm not overly happy with the colour combinations that I chose, so I'm glad that I've got that second copy to scan. I know I've got Enchanted Faces, but I didn't buy the miniature PDF versions. It was the full size, and I think possibly, yeah, I've got the Halloween one as well. This one's a lovely one, the mother and the child. So yeah, this is coming up to Halloween now. I have got a lot. I think the one that I'm missing is the Christmas one. Yeah, all Halloween. And that's it. I've actually got that one out separate to start with it being Halloweeny. So yeah, I'm going to class that as 2 books because obviously it's a lot of pages in this. I think it'd take me forever to colour all these, so I think this is a good pick. For being on a desert island, I don't want to knock the camera, so I'll put you over there. I don't want to drop it off. I will be careful showing some of these boots because they've got finished pages in them and I want to wait till my finished page video. But a Misfits recently got into this. I love them. I absolutely love them. Again, the paper quality isn't amazing, but the finished page that I have done in this one, it took watercolour, it took Inktense really well. So yeah, I would recommend these books. Something a bit different from handling, isn't it? Yeah, so that'll be my third choice. I hope I've picked enough books here. Frightlings. I think this one is super, super cute. I'm glad I got this one with it being a collector's one. But yeah, just really cutesy pictures. They're absolutely gorgeous, aren't they? What are they? Angelings. Aren't they so cute? I can just see this book, you know, just being so colourful. I wouldn't worry too much about, you know, shading. I'd possibly even just use markers in this. Just sit down, colour this while I've got Corrie on or whatever, and not have to worry about shading. So that'd be fourth. I had to count through them then. Trying to keep my voice down a little bit. Little girl's in bed. So again, I've got another finished page in this. Pop Manga Coloring. I adore the artwork in this one. Absolutely adore it. This is one that I have shown you before. But the paper is a dream to work on. I've used Inktense, watercolour, all sorts of pencils. I've used acrylic. That's the whole background on this one. Again, and the images are just stunning. I've got the Mermaids one as well. I've only done a few pictures in that one. Yeah, I use stickles on the little. Let's try and show you a little bit better. The little girls are so cute. And the one, I think that was Neocolour. Or was it watercolour? It might be watercolour actually by the feel of the paper. But I have just noticed, I can show you here. Maybe it's because I did use the watercolour, the paper's come loose a bit. Which it's not the end of the world, but it's not what I really like in my books. Yeah, lovely pictures. And it's just a weird one, isn't it? So yeah, that's Pop Manga Colouring book. And then probably everybody's favourite, everybody's going to include this because it's such a fantastic book. This is my favourite by far of Kirby's works, Mythomorphia. I'm not super proud of this one, but it's done. There is a couple in here that I am proud of. There's my, is it a griffin? A griffin. Let's get you in the right place. I think we might work on one of these grayscale ones, possibly. I had one of these ones picked out earlier on. Which one was it? I think it was this lady I was going to do. Okay, we'll stick with her. I need to get a protector actually. I'll just use this at the back to protect the next page. I've never actually done a live stream before, so I'm hoping that this is connected. Let's pick out some colours. I think I'm going to use Inktense yet again, what a surprise. So I want navy blue. Where are you, navy blue? I want the deep indigo as well. And navy blue, there you are. Give that a bit of a sharpen. I'm just going to start off with navy blue. I'm hoping that this video will just transfer over to my channel. I'm not sure if that's how it works. Let's just hope for the best. My husband's just messaged me. Is she settled? I was talking about the little girl. Hi, Isabel. So I'm just going to do what I usually do with this one when I'm always doing intense backgrounds. Just mix the two colours together and hope for the best. Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I wanted to do a live stream tonight, but I felt a bit poorly all day today, so I thought I'd just do this little quick video and try and get these pan pastels fixed. So I've watched a couple of videos myself, so I sort of thought I'd give it a go. I've just got, I think it's 70% rubbing alcohol. So I'm going to start off with the less dirtier colour of the three, hoping that I don't make a mess. So I've got the rubbing alcohol, I've got just a normal teaspoon and some kitchen roll. This hasn't got a dropper on the end of it, it's just literally an open bottle, so wish me luck. Don't know how much I'm meant to use, I have no idea. What I'll actually do is I'll pour it onto the spoon and then pour it on like this. I think it's meant to be Play-Doh consistency. Right, so pop that to one side. And now I think I'm going to need a little bit more there, definitely. I did see some people doing it with their fingers, but with me having acrylic nails on, I don't want the pan pastels getting stuck underneath my nails. So we'll see how this goes. I know it's not going to look perfect at the end once it's dried, but at least it'll be usable then and not too messy. So let's hope for the best. So I'm just going to try and take all the excess off the back of the spoon. Get a piece of kitchen roll, clean this spoon off, and go over it again and try and smooth it out a little bit. Yeah, you do have to leave this for 24 hours at least to dry. So that's what I shall be doing. And then I'll show you tomorrow. I'll update this video and show you how it's turned out. I have missed a couple of bits there. Yeah, it's very messy. Right, so that's done. I'm gonna use my old mat knife. Right, so let's leave that to one side. These are the ones that I'm more worried about. These ones were really damaged. The Amazon delivery guy literally dropped the package at my front door, and I knew as soon as I heard the bang that they were smashed. It was just lucky that it was just these three, to be honest. Right, let's start mixing that now. Might need a little bit more on this one. Yeah, definitely do. And welcome back to my channel. I wanted to share my new desk. It got built last night. My husband finished building it for me, so it is going to be a different sort of video because I'm holding the camera opposed to it being in the tripod. But this is where I used to work. My pillow, because I get backache. I've managed to take most of my art supplies and books out of the shelf. Don't mind the mess up there, ignore that. So all my paintbrushes still here, all my PDF files, my daughter's iPad that I use for editing, and I also put it on the desk. I used to put it on the dining table to watch YouTube while I was colouring. My pan pastels and all the tools, gessos, hairspray, everything is still there. I'm leaving that there because I'm too scared of damaging them, so that's where they live. The whole storage system, still keeping it there. There's no reason that needs pushing back. That's just scrap paper I use for behind my books. there's no reason to put this over here because it will take too much space up. So yeah, this is my desk. This is the view from my desk. I just about can't see my fish tank, unfortunately. If I pop my head round I can still see it. So it's a corner unit. I've still got my colouring trolley here, and I've moved, I apologise for the dog's bowl, but that's the dog's beds right behind me. So I've got all paint and water mediums here, spur pencils, pastels, my most used art supplies here. On top of the desk I've got my pretty pink large mouse mat to protect the surface, but if I'm doing anything messy I will use my old one. My husband got me this for reaching 300 subscribers, and him and my son put my name into it. My son bought me these containers for my birthday, so I'm keeping anything to do with blending, fine liners in here. Anything to do with gel pens or glitter pens I'm keeping in here. That's just a little desk lamp. It's quite handy actually. I got it from a shop called Pagazzi, and it swivels and moves. It's quite handy. I've not yet filmed here, but I'm thinking the tripod is going to fit perfectly there and lean against the wall, similar to the setup from last time. So just underneath I've tried to keep it as organised as I can. At the top I've got the, gosh, what are they? The Crayola Super Tips, markers, Castle Art pencils, wires, ignore them, the tripod, tutorial books, and the rest of my books are fitted there perfectly. So as you can see I've got room there. I'm not too sure what to actually do with this space yet, but as you can see I've got loads more room up here now for more books and more supplies. So yeah, I absolutely love it. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to do my, I'm not going to call it American haul. I've got a few different bits to show you. I've got more of the art stuff that I'll do at the start, and then if you're not interested in the rest, obviously you can just click off. And I've got some stuff from Bath and Body Works and some more like food chocolate items. So I'll start off, reach over. Pastels. Before anybody says, yes, I've been spoilt, but it was sort of silly not getting these at the price that they are over there. I think they were like $5 each, whereas over here they're like £10.50 each. I literally checked this morning. He's picked all of these colours except that one. I did request that one. I think I've got this one and possibly that one. I need to check my collection when I go through to put them on the trays. So I've got permanent green tint, which I'm pretty confident that I have got this. Turquoise, which is a gorgeous blue. I'm going to use that for seas and skies. I think this is turquoise tint, which is just a lighter version. This is another double that I think I've got, which is burnt sienna tint, but luckily it's a skin tone. You know, so you can't have too many skin tones, can you? Permanent red tint, so that's a lovely blush colour. This is more of a corally blush colour. Red oxide tint. Right, now these two, I never even knew these existed. So they're both glitter pan pastels, so you've got a fine and the coarse. I will lift it up to the camera. I mean, I don't think that's going to pick it up. It might pick it up a little bit better with the coarse one, but you will see these in upcoming videos anyway. Yeah, you can see that there. So yeah, I'm super duper spoiled. I'm just going to have to move them there. You know, I scared I'm about breaking them. Right, you got me singles of Prismacolors. You got me 3 white, because I use these for blending every single time I use Prismas. And he got me 2 light peach, which again, every time that I use Prismas to do skin tones, I always use this colour. So I've got them as backups now. Just reach down. I'll have to put some of this on my knee, I think. So we got me a Blick pencil case. I purely wanted this just because it's a blick on it. I mean, we haven't got that shop in the UK. So I think I'll use my Black Widows in there. Right, where am I going to put all this stuff? Down there for now. You got me the soft tools. This is more like a pen. The actual handle. So it comes with extra tips. So I know to be super careful with these because, you know, you've seen in my other videos that I'm quite heavy-handed. I tend to break them, so I'm going to be super careful with this. You got me 3 pan pastel trays, 10 trays. So I'm pretty confident now that I'll be able to have all of the pan pastels open now on my desk instead of unscrewing them, because I was, oh god, it was putting me off. You know, actually using the pan pastels every time I wanted to use it, you was unscrewing them to screw them back in, and I'm terrible for that. And he got me the 72 set of Prismacolors. They didn't have the 150 set in stock, and I'm thinking that might have happened, you know, because of the glitch. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today it's something different, but something that I did promise to do. I promised to do the 500 subscribers giveaway. So these are the books, minus the hair. These are the books that I've chosen. I've chosen Jasmine Beckett Griffith, the Mermaids one. This is my favourite from all 4 of her books. I absolutely love the paper in the publisher's decision in these books. I mean, it's fantastic. It takes water mediums perfectly. I mean, I can't say anything else about this book. It's just beautiful. I mean, you've probably seen flip throughs already. I imagine that some of you might already. I actually finished, which one was it? I finished this one with a colour along just yesterday or the day before. I really enjoyed doing that one. So yeah, I imagine that some of you might have this book, but there's no reason not to have a second copy, is there? So yeah, that's the only reason that I've chose this one. It's one of my favourites. If I don't know what to colour, I always tend to reach for this one. So yeah, that's the Mermaids one. And the reason for this second one, it was just a little bit of a bonus. I've seen that it's been quite popular, this issue, on all the colouring groups that I'm on Facebook, and some people are struggling to get hold of it. So I saw a copy tonight at my local supermarket and I thought, why not? We'll just put that on with the other book. So this one, I believe the artist, I can't pronounce her first name, Guerrero last name. I believe that she does sell on Etsy. I've seen quite a few of her PDFs on Etsy, and again, it's beautiful. Really, really unusual images. I think I've coloured 2, possibly 3 already. I've definitely done the dragon one and possibly the butterfly one. I've started this one. That's one that I really, really, really would like to do. So yeah, it's just a thank you really for everyone that's supporting me and leaving, you know, nice comments and being, you know, just generally nice in the community. Like I said, I promised to do it. So shall I leave these leaflets in there? I don't know if anybody would be interested in them. Let's have a look at the unicorn one. See, I might have to do this one as well myself. It's beautiful. Beautiful, that would be nice framed. Right. I'm going to put this at the start of the video. This was initially a buddy colour. One of my friends off YouTube, off YouTube. But you know what, I decided to do a challenge, so I challenged myself how much I could actually do in 2 hours. So I'm going to speed up the process at the full 2 hours. I didn't completely get it finished, but I got a good majority of it done. So yeah, hope you enjoy the speed colouring, and I won't spoil the surprise at the end. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye. back to my channel. I'm going to do more of a relaxed colouring chat sort of video today, while I've got probably 1 hour free. My husband's took Isabel out for a walk, so we've got this 1 hour to do painting, colouring, whatever we want. I started this off last night. I've just gone over with quite a thick coat. It's blotchy in some areas, but I'm not too worried at the moment because I am going to go over it with other media towards the end. And I've just used the Crimson Lake 205 from the Pretty Excellent palette. As you can see, I've been cleaning up the mess last night. So what I want to do now is base each of these with a separate colour to then let it dry completely. Just come back over with pencil. I don't think I'll use the heat gun because I'm a bit worried about warping the paper even more. I mean, it's flattened out pretty well overnight and we've not got no bleed through yet. So I'm just going to put my colour chart there. And I think I want to start off with this quite bright yellow. So I do need a medium sized brush. So this brush that I'm using, this is actually one of the single ones that I actually bought from Hobbycraft. Darla Roney. So this is a 6 round. It's quite a big watercolour brush. So I'm just going to dampen the colour. These do activate these paints quite quickly actually. Compared to some of my others like the Winsor & Newton ones, these do activate quite quickly. So how is everyone? How is everyone doing? With the lockdown at the moment, I'm doing okay. Both of the children are okay. Husband's okay. It's just a matter of waiting it out, I suppose, and seeing what happens now. I have a tendency to always make too much, but I've got over this fear now of not using the palettes to actually mix colours. I was using a separate palette, and I've got over that fear now. So I'm going to go over the whole area, apart from, I think I'm going to leave the face and the hand. So we'll try again. It completely cut me out then. I've lost my train of thought. I think I was saying I always tend to make too much paint and some of it gets wasted, but luckily I am only using my cheaper palette today, so it should be fine. So I'm going to go with all different colours for each of the little, what are they? They're not dolls. I can't remember the actual name of them. I know someone in the comments will enlighten me, hopefully. So I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to be recording. I don't want to say normal. I'm not recording as I would usually, or streaming under the current circumstances. But I'll try my best to do as much as I possibly can for you guys. I still really am enjoying this palette, considering that it is a cheaper one. I like it a lot better than my Winsor & Newton one actually. I've gone over the hand a little bit there. I should be able to cover that up with either pencil or paint, so it should be fine. I'll try and be a little bit more careful when it comes to this hand. I think it probably took about 3 layers, this background, last night. Because every time that I was finishing it, I was noticing different areas that were blotchy. Then you'd go over that area to fix it, and then you'd notice another area, then that would cause another problem. So it was a whole ordeal. I think just the background itself took me probably over an hour last night to do. It was quite frustrating, to say the least. So I wanted to do something a bit more easier this morning. So what's everybody else colouring? What's everybody else working on? Is this book still just as popular as it was 3 weeks ago? 4 weeks ago now? I felt like I lost my colouring mojo with being away for so long. and I come back and I didn't know where to even start. So I feel like I'm sort of getting back to normal now. So I'm just going to go over a few areas that I think are a little bit blotchy, and mainly to use the paint up, so I'm not wasting anything. Just wanted something bright and happy. I need to film as well my finished pages for this month, which obviously it's not going to be as many as what I usually do. I think the most that I've done in 1 month is 23, and I've done that 2 months in a row now. I think there's probably going to be 10 to 12 maybe. I'm not actually counted them, it's just a guess. I do need to go through them today actually and write everything down what I have and haven't done. That's not looking too bad. It's looking quite washed out on the camera, but it is a very, very bright yellow. Let me see if I can turn my daylight lamp on, and then you can actually see the difference. So if I turn the light on full, there you go, you can see that it is actually quite bright, and the natural light is just washing it out on the camera. Just going to need a little bit more there. I think I'm going to go for green on this one. I think the green one is going to pop with the contrasting background on this one. So what I do to clean the little palettes, I just spray clean water, and I basically use an old tea towel, and I might as well clean the red up while I'm here. Just an old tea towel, because I was using kitchen roll, but the amount that I was getting through, it's just very wasteful, and obviously this is a cheaper way. So when it gets completely filthy, I'll stick it in the washing machine. Right, so I'm going to go with this. Well, I can go with that quite bright green. These are the colours that I'm working with. That's classed as a yellow green, so I'm going to go for Sap Green, which is this one here. I know it looks nothing in the pan, but once we activate it, get some of this colour on here. See what I mean about it activating so quickly? Again, I can't stress this enough, this palette was only, I think, £15. It might have even been less at the time of me purchasing it. The quality of it is fantastic for the money that you're paying. So let's move that out of the way and let's start on this one. Try and spread this colour out quite quickly because the brush is loaded up. These brushes are fantastic for holding a lot of amount of water. I can't get my words out then. So I think while this is drying, I could possibly be working on some of the background. Get that done on camera, and then come back to do shading and all the details with pencil. I don't think I'm going to use my whole bind, number one because I've been using them nearly every single day since I bought them, practicing with them. Number two, it is the pastel tones that I purchased, and I haven't got many bright tones yet, so I think I'll stick possibly either my Prismas or our Caesars, I'm not sure yet. Let's just see, I might do a mixture of both. Let's get a little bit more water on there. I think this is as well the most worked in book of Kirby's that I've got. I own, I think, all of his books. Anamorphia, Mythomorphia, Magimorphia, Colormorphia, Phantomorphia, Geomorphia, and then World Within Worlds. And I do believe that this is the one that I've used the most. But I've got to say, Mythomorphic is my favourite. Most of all of them. It's an old one, but it's a good one. Right. There's a little bit more water there. I'm just going to go over it for a second layer. Just to try and even it out just a tad. So this past, what is it now, 10, 11 days since I've been back, I don't think I've cooked as much in these days ever, because obviously we're not going out getting takeaways, we're not going to restaurants or anything. I think after filming this I'm going to have to make a lasagna. So any home cooked meals, any ideas, anything like that, they're more than welcome at the moment. Because I'm sort of, like I said, running out of ideas. I think I might have put a bit too much on there because it's bleeding. I think we'll go for blue next, or purple. Actually, we're going to go for purple. As soon as I saw that colour, quite a rich purple, that one. I wanted to go with some sort of washi tape, but now that I'm looking at the colours that I've chosen, I don't think I've got washi tape that's gonna go too well. We'll see. Right, so next colour. Bring this off again. And which purple do we want? I think I want the second one in, which is mauve, which is this one. So I'm going to wet the paint first. I'm going to dry some of the brush off this time. Very pretty purple colour, this one. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Kirsty from Colouring K, or are you Colouring K Wilkinson? I can't remember, I always get mixed up because you use Instagram as well. Anyway, yeah, she tagged me on YouTube to do the My 5 Boots in Quarantine tag, and I don't think it was her that made this up. It was another lady called Influenced Colorist that she made this tag up. So it's basically what 5 colouring boots, you know, would you pick to colour during this fun time? So the first one that I've picked, I've gone with the Pop Manga Coloring boot. This is the first one. I'm really excited for the new one coming out. I think it's been pushed back now. It was meant to be September, but I believe it's October now. And the reason that I've picked this one is there's just some really super cute manga pictures. There's a good variety in this one. I do like the Mermaids one, but there's a good variety in this one. It takes watercolour and acrylic, super, you know, but washi tape. I've got all sorts in these boots. I do thoroughly enjoy these, and I do need to get back to it. Some of my earlier work, as you can tell with the hair. I love looking back at my old stuff though. I'm still proud of the majority of it. Why have I not gone in with the background there? That's probably just laziness. But hey ho. I really did love how this one turned out. This reminds me of my daughter. No, she's not got a tail and she's not got a horn on her head, but the blonde hair and the blue eyes. I think I did this one on, is it a stream or a video of some sorts? Some of the book, as you can see there at the top, I'm not going to pull on it too much, is coming apart, but this is a well-loved book. I spent a lot of hours on this one, so I'm not surprised. So yeah, that's the first one that I would pick. Quite a few pages in that as well. I was looking at where to put it. I've got room at the side of my desk now, it's cleared up. And the next one, it was a really close one between this one and Mythomorphic by Kirby Roseanne's, because I've even got a second copy of the Mythomorphic one. I love it that much. But my double page spread of pterodons. Pterodons with a silent P. Pterodons. Oh god, I can't remember the name of these. Kenny told me the name and I forgot. Oh well, I won't sleep tonight because of that. I think that was watercolour background. They're pretty excellent ones. That's a very, very recent one. That was last month's. I believe that this one was the first page that I did. I did even colour that. The shell on it. And that was Prima watercolour, I do believe. Again with watercolour. This book just screams out watercolour to me. And this one was definitely done on a stream. This one I did in my own time. I love how bright it is. The stickles. That is War embossing powder glitter that you can see glistening. I love it. I'm sure I've done a couple more on this one. Yep, the Dragon's Eye. Very shiny. If you are interested, I did use the KJ Designs by Karen off Etsy watercolour paints. So there is a mixture of different paints in here. The other ones, the ones in the white is the GD colour again on Etsy. And then all the rest is the Karen one. And I've took them out of the original pots. They come in these pots. They come in them ones. Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm going to film today the Get to Know Me tag. I thought it'd be quite fun to bring something a little bit different to the channel. So I've chosen this page out of Hannah Calzon's newest book and I'm going to go in with Inktense. Whether I finish this off on this video or not is a different thing. I will try and remember to tell you as I'm going what colours I'm going to be using. I do have the full set just here. My well-loved pencils, these are my watercolour pencils. So yeah, I'm just going to get straight into it. Let me just pick my first colour first. So that for the gold, I want Sienna Gold. I'm not going to, hopefully, not going to have to do much editing with this one. I just want it to be a bit more, not my usual style. Be a bit more relaxed. I probably should have done the pencils beforehand, but hey ho. So the first question, I've just got them up here on my phone at the side of me, is what is my name? My name is Deborah, spelt D-E-B-R-A, and the amount of times that people have called me Deborah and spelled it with the O and the H is unbelievable. So yeah, that is my name. Second question is, what is your nickname? My nickname is Debbie. Debbie to most people. My dad calls me D occasionally, but it's normally just Debbie, and that's how I like it. I never really liked the name Deborah for myself, so Debbie's sort of stuck. I think I'm gonna go over this mostly before going in with the water, I think, but we'll just play it by ear. I will zoom in just a tad more. Question number 3, do you like your name? Well, I've already answered that in question 1, so no, I don't particularly like my own name. I do believe that I was named after the singer Blondie, because at the time my dad had a massive crush on her, which is very, very weird. Has anybody else's parents named them after a singer? We're quite interested to know that. When is your birthday? My birthday is the 21st of November 1987. I think I'll bring this down a little bit more. I want it to be light in certain areas, that's why I'm leaving them blank. What are your 3 favourite colours? I like pink. That is usually the colour of my hair. A very pastel pink. I like white. I do like white. but I don't have a lot of white around my house because I've got 2 dogs. Each one of them is a tan colour, so she's mostly black and she sheds, so I don't have a lot of white around. And then I probably like a pastel baby blue colour. Yeah. So I'm just trying to match the other side here. I'm going to have to bring the other side up just a little bit. Next question. What are your 3 favourite quotes? I actually can't think of any favourite quotes off the top of my head. If I could, it'd probably be anything that David Attenborough said. So yeah, I can't really answer that off the top of my head. Let's just do this one matching too. We've just been out for a lovely walk to the lake, but it started thundering again. So it was like, oh god, quickly back to the car. It's been terrible this last, I want to say 3-4 days have been horrendous with the weather over here. Right, what is your favourite show, TV, YouTube or movie? I'm a sucker for anything dinosaurs, so my first one would probably be the first Jurassic Park. I don't think you can beat that. I think it was the shock factor with the first one, like, oh my god, they brought dinosaurs back. When they got out of that car and they saw the Brontosaurus for the first time and they was like gobsmacked. I really like that one. I love Game of Thrones, but I don't like the last season. It was terrible in my opinion. But the actual lead up to it and all the other seasons before that were fantastic. So I'm going to try and keep it matching, so I'm just going to go from one side to the other. And then my last one, I do love Titanic. The film with Jack Dawson and Rose. I actually made my husband go to the pictures and take me to watch that because they replayed it a couple of years ago in 3D. He wasn't too impressed, but I loved it. I think I've seen that too much because I nearly know it word by word. Right, so what's the next question? What are the 3 qualities you like in a best friend? Trust, that's the main thing. Compassion, and they have to have a sense of humour. Can't take life too seriously. I think there's too much bad things in the world. We've got to have a laugh about something, you know. Right, so this side is there. And let's just match it up while we're at it. What is your dream? My dream used to be, I used to have always wanted to be a vet. Growing up I always wanted to be a vet, but honestly now my dream is that one day my daughter will talk. That is my dream now. Some of you are aware, some people might not if it's the first time that you've clicked on any of my videos. My daughter is disabled. She's got cerebral palsy, quadriplegic cerebral palsy, so that affects all 4 of her limbs. She can't walk, talk, crawl, etc, etc, everything else that comes with it. So let's do the other side. So yeah, my dream would be one day we wake up and she can natter it away and then she can tell me what she needs or wants. That would make mine and my husband's life and her life so much easier. I didn't want to make this a morbid video, I'm sorry. Do you wear makeup? I used to religiously wear makeup every single day. I mean, I wasn't one of them where, you know, I couldn't leave the house without wearing makeup. It wasn't to that extent. I pop a little bit of foundation on and powder and mascara. Back before I had my daughter as well, I could easily sit there for an hour and a half in front of the mirror doing my hair and my eyeshadow and putting fake lashes on and whatnot. But now I only tend to really wear makeup if me and my husband are going out for a meal or to the pictures or whatever. Because I honestly just haven't got the time. I haven't got the time to sit there anymore. I bet you're thinking, oh well, she sits there and colours. This is when my daughter's in bed. When I get a minute piece. So yeah, I don't enjoy it as much as I used to. I used to enjoy sitting there doing all the different steps. The foundation, concealer, powder, all your different colour eyeshadows, lip liner, eyeliner, putting extensions in my hair. Yeah, it's just not anymore. Right, I think we're matching up there now, aren't we? What makes you cry? There's a lot of things that make me cry. I think it was not last night, the night before, I cried because I was watching David Attenborough, surprise, on Netflix, and I was, it was it Our Planet? It weren't Planet Earth, I think it might have been Our Planet. It was his most recent one, and it was more about what the effects of global warming is having to the planet. And there was one scene where there was thousands upon thousands of walruses, and because the ice had melted, they was having to all like clamber and share one tiny little island, and some of them were even climbing up the cliffs. I mean, walruses shouldn't be able to do that. Anyway, they were managing it, but when it come to coming back down, because they had the urge to eat, they were hungry, some of them were completely just falling off the cliff, and it was shown in slow motion. It's making me upset now thinking about it. It was shown in slow motion, them tumbling down this cliff, and the teeth, aren't they? The big teeth. One pinged up in the air, so it showed that obviously they were getting really hurt, and then it showed you the bottom of the cliff, and there was hundreds upon hundreds all stacked up on top of one another that had clearly, you know, died because of it. And it was just so sad. There was that, and then there was another scene with the polar bear that it got a seal pup. The seal pup was left out on the ice on its own. And yeah, it showed that, so that wasn't very nice. But I know it's nature. Well, that to do with the cliffs really did get me. What makes me angry? A lot of things make me angry. People not listening to me. People ignoring me. Like I said about this global warming. Anything like that. What else? I hate the fact that my next door neighbour's dogs bark and they don't tell them off. And my daughter can't stand it. It makes her cry. One other thing that does get me very angry at the minute is the arrows that we have on the supermarket floors. They're there for a reason. And some people, I think they think they're above the rules and they don't take them on. So yeah, I'm not going to go into that because I will start rambling on. So next question is, what makes you happy? My family. My family make me happy. Being around them and making them happy makes me happy. And playing with my dogs. Next question. What is fangirling? Fangirling is like if you really like say a YouTuber or somebody from a movie or a TV show or a singer or whatever, and you absolutely adore them, and you sort of like, if you met them, oh my god, I can't believe I met that person. That's what I'm under the assumption what that means. I think I'm going to have to bring this colour up into these bits as well. So let's just shade around the edges. Right, next question. What are your 3 favourite snacks? I'm going through a stage where I love mandarins at the minute, and you get it in a fruity juice. This comes in a little container. I love them. What else do I really like? I like chocolate, I like fruit and nut, dairy milk, fruit and nut. And what else do I snack on? Does it class as two things, crackers and cheese? But the crackers have to be the salt and pepper crackers with the cheese spread on. So I'll have to just do that middle one. What are your 3 favourite foods? I like tuna mayo with like a jacket potato and salad, that sort of thing. I love sirloin steak, that's another one. And I do like Domino's pizza. I know it's really bad for you, but I do. So I'm just going to pull this colour down, I think, and not go across. Because of the way that the wax is melting, I think it might be difficult. What are your 3 favourite drinks? I like orange Capri Sun, which again, that's probably not good for you. I like gin and tonic, but that's alcohol drink. That might be another question, I'm not sure. I've not read it. All these questions, it's the first time that I'm reading them. I normally drink the blood orange gin with just a diet tonic. And then probably the third one, I do like a cup of tea. But I don't drink it like from a tea bag. I have it's called QT. It's like a white tea. It's like a powder, but you make it the same way. It's very, very similar anyway. What are your... Well, can you tell us about yourself? At least 10 random facts about you. I don't know if it'll be 10. I was 19 when I had my first child, my son Lewis. I was 19 years old, very, very young. And if my son got somebody pregnant at 19, I would be happy, but I couldn't really say anything because I did the same thing. I've dislocated my knee quite a few times. I ended up having an operation on my right knee. The first time it happened, I was 16 and it popped out of place when I was playing with my niece in the back garden. And I had to get took away in an ambulance. And I think the knee had been popped out at this point for like 3 or 4 hours before I got to the hospital. And I had to wait for the right person to come and pop it back into place. And that was horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. And then ever since then it sort of just popped out whenever it wanted to, so I ended up having to have surgery. It was keyhole surgery on my right knee, so I've got 2 scars on my knee. Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So I am going to swatch out all of the Tombow dual brush pens today. I will warn you now, next door has caught all of the dogs out. Next door own 4 chihuahuas, yeah 4. So I did wait a little bit but there was no stopping them. So if you hear barking, that's what it is. My 2 little monsters are in the beds behind me, so it's not them, it's next door's dog. So yeah, so I printed out this swatch chart that you can just get off the Tombow website. So I'm just going to take everything out of the box that's included. Like I said, I've not took anything out yet. So this is the box, the storage box that you pop the pens in. I'll just move this big box out of the way. Yep, so it comes with a lovely plastic sturdy box. Unfortunately I can't lift my camera up much more than it is to get a better picture, but I'll hopefully take some pictures at the end. I'll just get a pair of scissors and let's open. I don't know how I'm going to organise these, don't know yet. One thing I will say is when they were shipped from Amazon, they just came in the Tombow box. They didn't come in another box, which to be totally honest I like. I hate the fact that I order like one pen off Amazon and they put it in a massive box. It's so wasteful. So I do like that they've, you know, just sent it in the original box, no extra packaging. Yep, so that's the case. Let's open it without me snapping one of my nails. So that's how you open it. The lid comes off just like that. Let's take all this paper out. So that's just information. And it's wiggling around everywhere. Just pop that out of the way. So that's the lid. I do believe that this, yep, it opens, which is so handy. I'm going to have this on my desk and you can just have it out like that. You can have it together, which is super duper handy. So again, I'm just going to move the lid. Squeaky chair, needs oiling I think. Here's my swatches, and here is what the pens actually come in. So they do come in a box, but at least it's not a box in a box in a box. Let's open this up. Let me spill them everywhere, and they do just come in a carrier bag. So what I'm going to do, I'll swatch out all the colours and I'll speed it up a little bit. And I'll come back at the end and let you know what I think. I've already said it, if I'm not 100% happy with these pens, they're getting sent back. For the price of these, they're £180 for the full set, but that worked out cheaper than buying smaller sets or a pen individually. I got this one yesterday and I think I paid it was either £3 or £3.15 for one. So, you know, it's over £300 if you're doing it that way. So yeah, I'm gonna swatch these out and I'll do a little speed up, put a little bit of music over it, and then I'll come back at the end and I'll tell you my thoughts. So I'll see you in a minute. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for coming joining me today, and I hope you're doing okay. It's July finished pages. Now, as you know, these are my favourite videos to actually film because I like looking back from over the month to see what I've actually done. My last video was probably over 2 hours long, where I've showed you every single picture that I've ever done. So you would have had some sneak peeks if you have seen that video. I'm keeping all my PDFs just in my little folders, just to make it a little bit easier on myself when it comes time to putting everything back. So I did the Voldemort picture. This was I want to keep my tags to one side to count them at the end. This was a PDF book by Annie. Who was it? Was it Anastasia? Was it? I forgot her name, and I haven't got it written down anywhere. Oh gosh, who was it? Atiano? Oh, I forgot, but I will link everything down below. I'll go through and link everything down below. But this is a cute little PDF book. I did go for, you know, all the pages. They were on sale at the time. So yeah, I just did the Voldemort. And I believe I used Inktense for this. I've used the Albert Dürer watercolour pencils. I've used Inktense for the bricks. I don't know if I said then if I'd used Pastels, but I did for the skin. But he does look quite like gaunt. I don't think I did his face very well. I even tried to do the veins at the top of his head. You know, I'm not overly pleased with that one. We'll move on to the next. It's absolutely roasting here today, so I've got fans on, I've got windows open. So if you hear the dogs in the background, that's why, because the windows are open. My next PDF book, I've got all my Hannah-Lynn's, the ones that I took apart. And this is from her newest book. I've got tags going everywhere. I feel like I'm in a bit of a muffle today. I've not really had much time to film, so I'm trying to get back in the swing of things. So yeah, this is Hannah-Lynn's newest book. I think it's called Through the Decades, but this is the first one that I did, and she reminded me of the girl out of Clueless. She really did. And I think I used Prismacolor pencils. I've used luminance on this as well as Inktense for all of the background. The outer portion is some pink acrylic paint, and then I just got some stickles, popped it on my finger and then rubbed it all the way around, so it is a glittery effect. As you can see there, that pink pink sparkles, and I've gone over her top and a headband and her little tights or socks with a white gel pen, and I was quite pleased how she turned out. I actually printed this, and let me just show you, on the, it's not toned tan paper, it's not the Strathmore one, but it was a cheaper version one that I did find on Amazon. If I do remember, I will link that down below, because it is quite nice paper, lovely and thick. So that's the first one that I did. I'm getting through these so quickly. So we've got 2 here. I think it possibly did, it weren't that one, it was the dress one that I did after this. So I think it was the Caring markers that I went in with the background with this, because it just shouted, you know, a luminous colours to me, and possibly some Tombow markers for the bricks. I think so, I'm pretty sure actually. There's no sparkle on this. Oh, there's a couple of bits of stickles, but there's no, I should have just taken them out, the plastic sleeves. Being laser. So there is some bits of stickles, but I was really pleased how this turned out. I'm just checking I didn't use alcohol markers on this. I was really pleased how that actually turned out. It is me meant to be showing you when I'm like this in front of my face. Yeah, I was pleased with how that one turned out. I'm going to go back in. This one is probably my favourite out of the boot that I've completed as of yet. And she is a more recent one. I only finished this last week. So again, with the discs, I followed a tutorial from the, I forgot the name again, and the boot's right there, the Helen Henderson one, I think it is. I think I need to go for an eye test. I can't read that, and it's literally right in front of me. So yeah, I've used black acrylic, not black, multicoloured acrylic paint for the background. The discs were a mixture of Prismacolors, and I've used a white to blend them out. So you have to make sure that you have to go in a certain direction when you're doing the disc, because you don't want to blend out this way, because the lines would be pointing the wrong direction to the discs. Did I go in and, yep, I've basted that with alcohol markers, and that would have been the Le Moucher alcohol markers, and I'm very pleased with how this one turned out. I actually pinch colour with colours idea. I did message her and ask her would it be okay for me to do, and she said yeah, it's fine. I blanked out her t-shirt and put my own little logo, and I put Linkin Park, the very old Linkin Park icon, because that's what I was mad on when I was a teenager. But yeah, I do love how she turned out. Very pleased with that one. Again with the Caring markers for the background. A little boy going past on his bike. Yeah, again with the Caring markers and just pops of neon colour everywhere. Again, I was really pleased how this one turned out. Not really much else to say. Prismacolor and Caring markers with that one. I have got quite a few pictures, so I don't want to be spending ages explaining just one picture. The next one, I've based this off Belle from Beauty and the Beast. I thought, you know, the dress screamed yellow to me, and I know that she was a yellow dress in Beauty and the Beast. So I've had some stickles, loads of white dots. That's just sort of white acrylic paint, and I've used the tiniest little paintbrush to just dot them on. That was quicker than actually sitting here with the white gel pen constantly dotting, because sometimes that plays up on me, that gel pen. So yeah, and then stickles like I said. I think the background is mostly Inktense, and then for the sky I've actually gone in with the gouache paint to make the sky. I'm just trying to see, and I think I've used some of the gouache paint actually for the foliage on the page. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with that one again. So yeah, I'm on a roll with the Hannah Lynn's and Hannah Calzon for the past couple of months. That's all it seems like I'm colouring. So next we've probably got my very favourite one of the month, which is the Mariola Boudec one. This is from the set of art. I've used pan pastels for the skin. I used pastel pencils for all of the skull details, and then I used a mixture of polychromos for the hair and the, let me just find it to show you because I keep harping on about this pencil. Here it is, the Chinese white, the Derwent drawing pencil in white. This is absolutely fabulous. A lot better than the white Prismacolor. So that's what I used to blend her hair out. And then for the background I used watered down gouache. I let that completely dry. And then I went over again with some distress ink and the splatter, the water technique that I have showed you guys before. But I'm so pleased with this. I actually went to my local Tesco's yesterday looking for a frame, but nothing suited it. So I think I'm going to order one offline, and this is going to go in our bedroom. I love it that much. I'm really pleased. And if I didn't say it, I did base it off Daenerys from Game of Thrones. So I hope that I pulled it off. There's a bit of something on her face there. There we go. And yeah, I'm happy with how the skin looks with the pan pastels. I know I don't use them all that often. It's just laziness, to be honest, because they take a lot of room up on my desk and they take a lot of concentrating. But I really do need to start using them a little bit more. This next picture I'm going to show you, I can't remember whether it was this month or last month. I do think it is this month, and I've got it stuck up on my wall just here. So this has replaced the dinosaur picture that I had stuck up. So this is another Mariola Budek page. This is one of the newest ones, one of the PDF ones, so I just printed that off. I don't think I've used alcohol markers, no. I've used Neocolor 2s for the background. There's a mixture of pencils with the Wolf, there's Polychromos, Holbein, Luminance. I used all just different colours of grey. But yeah, I'm really pleased how that one turned out. Actually, if I did one more, they'll look really good together, but like a red tone. But she's still my favourite. She really is my favourite. But at the moment, this one is living up on my wall, so I need to remember them tags to add to. I'm not going to be able to get this back in, am I? If you remember, I had the dinosaur picture from Manga Coloring up on my wall, but I just switched it up with that. That's my husband's favourite one, he says. But this is my favourite one that I've ever done, I think. Right, so let's move that out of the way, put it somewhere safe. We've got a little tiny miniature one, Art Deco by Disney, and it's just the Lion King one. This was just a really super simple one that I did in a couple of hours in one night. And it's mainly, I didn't use alcohol markers because they're double-sided. It was Prismacolor pencils and, oh gosh, what they're called, the Coloro fine tip paints for all the shiny bits that you can see. So I did Google an image because I completely forgot what the colours were. So we got Timon, Pumbaa and Simba. Yeah, I think he's just really sweet. I'm pleased I did one out of the Disney book. So I finished this one off yesterday. This is from the Mandalas by Coloya, I think that's how you pronounce it. Magical Nature. I was kindly gifted this book. I did get a question actually when I did a video about this. I don't earn any money or anything from you clicking on the link in that video, but I just supplied you with it just to make it easier for you. But yeah, I was kindly gifted this. Right, so this is the one that I finished last night, and I went a bit crazy with the stamping on the outside and the distress ink. I think I went a little bit over the top. The actual mandala was all Prismacolor, and then we've got some gel pen as well in little areas. But I really enjoyed using this book. The paper is really good. I won't hype on about it too much. This is the first one that I did. Is it the Eagle? Yeah. This is the first one that I did out of this book. And I used the Tombow pens for all of the Eagle, the Karen markers for this area and all here, I believe. Black acrylic paint and then some white chalk for the outside, and there is some gel pen in there as well. Yeah, if you're looking for a really nice mandala book, I would recommend this. I'm not going to be able to front cover now, am I? There we go. Just make sure that it's protected. So again, we're on to the PDFs. Oh, this is probably my heaviest one. I've got all my thick cardstock in here, so there's my set of art. There's none there, oh yeah there is. So which one's this one? Oh, this was quite popular on Instagram, this one. So another Mario the Boo deck. And I've just realised I just said I could put red next to them too and they'd look fabulous together. So for this one I've used mostly polychromos, I believe. Distress ink for all of the background, again with the splatter. Let me just put these two together. Well, they look quite nice together actually. Yeah, so the majority of this is the polychromos pencils, and I have done a video separately explaining what this actually does. So if you are interested, it is up on my channel already. The colour pencil powder blender, I used that all over the page before I even went in and started colouring, and it seemed to help with the blending process, just made it a little bit easier. Yeah, I don't think I didn't base any of that with alcohol markers. So it's that side. Actually, what I'm going to do for now to protect this page, I'm going to put it here. So don't let me forget, I need to add two finished pages to the end of this. I've not got the tags for these two. Right, so what else have I done in here? I've done one more in here. Let's see what I got. Oh, I've got the Dawn Davidson one, the full on that I did. So again, that is all up on my channel. I think I did this in 3 or 4 parts, if you are interested. I can't honestly remember, and I remember using the Chinese white and possibly Prismacolor. I think this was right at the start of the month. Oh, and I did use Inktense. I do remember that for the eels. And some sort of shiny paint for the background. Do forgive me, it's right at the start of the month. And I've slept since. Yeah, so that's everything out of that one. We have got the Thomas Tomic, the one that I can never pronounce. I've actually finished one out of here, and I've done, I'd say 95% of this page with the Tombow pens. So I've given them a good test now, and I've used a little bit of the Color Fine Tip for the wing. Yep, no bleed through. So it is quite a detailed page, this one. It took me some time and a lot of patience. I think with the dragon I've gone over with a little bit of Prismacolor just to add a little bit of shading, but the majority of it is the Tombow pens, and I did thoroughly enjoy doing it, but like I said, it probably took me 5 or 6 hours to do all that, which isn't like me. I don't know whether it was because of the pens or because it was probably because of how detailed the page was. This book, I've got 2 other whips in here, that's naughty of me. And the one that I did this one video, I'm pretty sure I did this month. I think, was I testing out the gouache paint, or I just ripped the paper? Good job it's not on the butterfly. Yeah, I think I tested out the gouache on this. And then the fine tips again for the butterflies, and then a bit of Prismacolor over the top just for a bit of shading. You see the butterflies, they are shiny. I mean the mouse's fur could be a little bit better, but I was just testing that gouache out. I'm quite pleased with how that turned out. Love a little book, this, really cute little book. Nice paper. The next one is out of the Flower Year, so this is a new purchase. There's a couple of boots here that you've not seen before, because I've just not added them into a haul video. I think I'm going to probably do a haul video next week. And there is a couple of bits and bobs that I haven't shown you. So if you're wondering, oh well, she's not shown that before, that's why. So I did the first page out of the July, and we had a bit of a upsy daisy in this one.
it bled through. It was completely my fault because I used the Tombow markers on the dragonfly and the butterflies everywhere, the wings and everything. And I've gone over with a bit of pencil and gel pen to add detail, and then the background is the gouache paint, but then I went over the top with what I was talking about last month, the gel gloss. I went over the top with that, and then it smudged the Tombows and then bled through, but it's fine. I really like the texture of the paper, as you see there. It reminds me of like a painting on a canvas a little bit. So let me take this off here without it ripping. Which one was this one? Has it stuck together? It has, because I used the gloss on both sides. So this is 2 pages, and again I've used that gloss and I've used Inktense to colour this, and then gone over the top with a white gel pen just to give it a lighter look, try and get rid of some of that line art. Yeah, I think it's really sweet, this book. I think a couple of pages each month out of it, and it's a lovely little size. It wouldn't take, you know, it's not going to take you forever. So that's the flower here. I probably should put some tracing paper between them pages, but I'll just keep forgetting. So we're moving on to the Hannah Calzone ones now. Now I did go ahead, I've got the English versions of these, and I went ahead and bought, I don't know which version these are, to be totally honest with you. They're the Swedish version. Let me just check. I don't know where it says, but I went ahead and bought the other versions of all of them, apart from, which one was it that I can't get my hands on? Was it Magical Dawn? Yeah, Magical Dawn. I can't get my hands on the other version of that book, so I'm on the lookout, I'm on the hunt. Me and Kate from Kate's Colouring Haven will be doing a colour along hashtag for next month of Hannah Calzone, so I thought, you know, I wanted better paper, and I still use my other ones, but the paper in this actual edition is fabulous. Right, so this was a very recent one. I actually did the background of this one first, finished all of the background with just Winsor & Newton watercolour paint, so I completely let that dry, and then I went over with stickles. There's a little bit of the Jane Davenport mermaid markers, but only a tiny bit. If you put too much, it will bleed through. As you can see, it's not bled through there. I mean, the tiniest amount. And then the Jane Davenport colour sticks that I've blended out with a baby wipe. Prismacolor pencil for all the pencil detailing. And her skin and outfit were actually the Albert Dürer watercolour pencils. And there's a little bit of gel pen. Bring you in a little bit closer. There is a tiny bit of gel pen, but I was pleased with her skin. I wasn't going for the perfect smooth skin with this one. Actually, I wanted it a little bit darker than that. I wanted it more of a purple tone, but that's how it turned out, and I'm happy with it. So that took quite a few nights actually. I've been working on it, putting it down, letting it dry, and then carry on. I'm terrible for not using hashtags myself. I need to start getting in the habit. At the start of the month I should be writing people's hashtags down so I know what I'm doing for the month. So again, I think this is the Summer Nights one. And I've done one out of this. This literally took me half an hour. Half an hour to do this one. So I went in with Inktense for all the feathers, Distress ink for the whole of the background, and the writing that you can actually see is a stamp. It was a silicone stamp that I put on it on a acrylic block. Use some black ink. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do a flip through and a little bit of a review on this new book. It's The Colorist Special Effects number 4, and the author is Helen Elliston. Now I do own her previous 3 books, and I will do a tiny little bit of a flip through towards the end, so it is the same size and format as the other books. It's a soft cover, soft at the back. The paper is a little bit thicker than Create Space paper, but the paper to me in these books do not matter because I don't practice in these books at all. So she's just telling you that she has got a Facebook, and she's saying that the pencils that she uses in this book are the Prismacolor, the 150 set. Now you can find conversion charts online if you are using different pencils other than the Prismas. So we've got an index to the left, and we're just jumping straight in. We've got some candy corn to the left, glossy red peppers. That's quite nice. I don't think I've come across a page with peppers on before. I might have done. I just forgot. It's got some lemons. They look so realistic when they're complete. I should have actually shown you. There was a Hannah Carlson picture that I did with the strawberries. If I remember, I'll add a little picture here, but I did use one of her boots and I followed his tutorial for that. I hope I do remember. So we've got lemon slices. This is the first time that I am flipping through this book. Only arrived about an hour ago. I wanted to do the flip on camera. Fresh green peas, glossy green olives. So there is bits that you can practice yourself, but like I said, I don't ever do that in these sort of books. I don't want to spoil them by me making a mistake, so I practice on a separate piece of paper. Pie crust, and there she is. We'll bring that in a little bit closer. There is Helen. I have watched a couple of her streams via Facebook when she was talking about this book. Cherry Bakewells. I've literally just eaten one of them as well. You know what, I should have kept it out just for a side by side, but it did look very similar to that. Jam tarts. A gingerbread person, so that'll be really good for Christmas. You do get a lot of gingerbread people. Oh, candy canes. Red candy swirl too. Is that the one that's on the front? Yes, it is. Oh, no, it's that one that's on the front. Yes. So you've got all different types of the red candies. Chestnut mushrooms. A bottom view as well. So as you can see, it is literally step by step. She's telling you where to put the shade in, what colours to use. They are really fabulous books. Even if you're a beginner or more advanced colourist, I think these books will help. Sugar coated chocolates, rainbow sweets, background effects, that's cool, isn't it? Add shadows. Add shadow colour bleed in the colours of each sweets. We've got toast. Toast page 2. And look, that's even a wedge of it. It's brilliant. Wedge of bread. I would have never even known how to even attempt doing this, but don't they look fabulous? They look so realistic. So over here are